It's Brian, the interviewer here, and it's been a few days since UFC White House card at the time of recording, and I'm here today to just talk about my highlights of the card. So, to start off, I want to talk about the one that actually surprises me the most and what I would like to see from it is Bo Nickal versus Kyle Daukaus. I thought Kyle Daukaus was going to come in there and basically just kind of sit and wait for his chance to strike. He looked good on the feet. It's just, I think the takedown in the early exchanges broke him. I think the first round being so dominant for Bo was rough for him. And what I have to say is about that is Bo now has a shot to go bigger than he tried to go before. When he fought to Ritter, that was not as big of a jump that I see him getting now. I see him fighting Israel Adesanya as his next fight. I see that happening. Because I think either way, I think the UFC gets something good out of that. Izzy gets a win, or Bo Nickal gets a win and becomes another ranked contender. So that's what I really have to say about that. And I'm just on the card. Bo came in there looking really good. He came there confident and ready to go, but I don't think he has it to become like anything big. I don't think he has that. I don't think he has that potential, but what I do have to say is he comes in with a good game plan, but if somebody can mess up that game plan, he's good. That's all I have to say about that. But Kyle Daukaus isn't that good of an opponent, to be honest. So Bo, did he fight somebody? Is that really a great win? No. Is it a win that looks good? Yes, because it was on the White House lawn. So for that fight to be on the White House card, pushed him a lot. What I have to say is Kyle pretty much blew his chance to be something in his second run in the UFC. So that's what I have to say about that fight. And the other fight that was surprising was O'Malley versus Zahabi. I thought O'Malley was going to win, but what I was shocked by was how O'Malley came in there and knocked him out in round 2. The leg kicks didn't look like they were getting to him, but I just think Zahabi is not the greatest fighter. Like, his footwork was not there. Like, every time he was switching, there was something there. O'Malley capitalized, and O'Malley looked great. In my opinion, for O'Malley to go next, I think he gets the winner of Peter Yan Merab 3 if they do that. Or not, 3, but if you never know, O'Malley might get the title shot now. He might get it coming off this White House win. And that's interesting, but would I hate it? No, because he looked really good. As I want Merab to get it first. I think Merab deserves that, but you never know. It's fine. So, yeah, that fight was interesting. Zahabi kind of came in there. It looked like he had trouble against O'Malley. It looked like O'Malley just kind of found his range and it was over. I think what I was surprised about was Zahabi got knocked out. He showed he had a chin in other fights, but to me shows how O'Malley does have a lot of power, and we can't forget that. O'Malley never got knocked out. O'Malley just got out-wrestled against Merab. That's what it was. He never got knocked out, so his chin's there. It's just, and his power's there. He's there still. It's just, if he can come back and win the title, that would be an amazing, incredible thing. But for me, Peter Yan's a rough go, and I think that, I don't know, I think Merab O'Malley 3 would go the exact same. I think that Peter Yan is the fight we all want to see, really. But yeah, that's really what I had to say about that. And now we're going to go to the co-main. I got this one wrong, and Pereira losing was not surprising, but in the way he did. Pereira came out there. He looked way slower than usual. It looked like the athleticism of Gane really gave him an issue, and I don't know what Pereira can do after this. Like, I think that there's a few fights but I don't think he can go back to 205. I think retirement's not too far away for him. Gane looked amazing. That's what I can say. Gane looked very good. Gane looked very, very good. His athleticism showed and the power showed. I still believe he can beat Tom Aspinall. And now that he's the interim champ, now we got to see is how can he, if they go to Paris and Gane fights Aspinall, I have more of a chance that I think there's more of a chance that Gane's going to win because Gane's going to come in there with the confidence in his hometown. And that's what it comes down to for me. Like, in the fight itself, Pereira, I saw he got hit by the one jab in the beginning and the power difference really showed. He had more of a reaction to shots than he does ever. And usually in his fights, he's the guy with the size advantage. And it looked like he kind of had trouble against somebody that had the size advantage on him when it came to the frame. Gane's got a bigger frame. I don't even care if Pereira... You can't tell me Pereira's a real heavyweight compared to Gane. He's really a 205er. And yeah, that's what it came down to. And Pereira's power comes at it. Or like the weight came at a cost. That's how I can put it. It came at a cost. The power was there, but the speed wasn't. He was light, but he could not go any longer. And Pereira trying to appeal the win, I don't think that's fair because I think that every shot was legal. If you watch what Herb Dean, how he broke it down, and I'm a huge Pereira fan, but he's not going to be able to overturn this because it was clear Ciryl Gane was having pretty fair strikes. I think there may have been a few that were the back of the head, but it wasn't anything that would have changed the outcome of the fight. There was nothing. I feel like Gane winning was inevitable in this spot. Pereira came out there and it just looked like I think everything was against him on the body. Really, genetic wise, Gane's an athlete and Gane can basically play any sport. If you put it like that, he can do almost everything when it comes to sports, and the athleticism was there. It's just Pereira that didn't have that. And Pereira is not going to have, I don't think the bounce back is really there because I think he got so big for this that I don't think he can go back. I don't think he can go back to 205. He's too big. And I just think he cursed himself there. And what I can see happening, though, is him just going for legacy fun fights here. Is the John Jones fight open still? Yes. Do I think that's going to happen? No. But those are my thoughts on the co-main. Now we go to the main event. And this is where the real Rocky story in MMA happens. Justin Gaethje, the plus 450 underdog, comes in and batters Ilia Topuria, changing Ilia's face like he did. He's a man of his word, and that was shocking to me. Shocking. I thought that Ilia was going to come out better. I really did. I did say Gaethje's going to win, but did I think it was going to be that dominant? No. It was insane to watch. But Ilia went out there. The jab was really the big thing. He's not, in my opinion, he's a featherweight. Lightweight, the guys are much bigger than him. Gaethje had the reach advantage, and the jab was crazy for Gaethje. The jab was really what got him the win. And if you watch it, the Gaethje goes out there with a huge jab. And Ilia getting cut in the first round, I think took a lot out of him. I think that the confidence dimmed down a lot after getting cut early. But what I do have to say was when Gaethje got dropped with body shots, I kind of thought it was over. But when I knew Gaethje was going to win, I think the moment it was when Ilia got him to the ground after dropping Gaethje, and he didn't capitalize on it. He didn't hammer fist. And when he got the back, there was an open submission. He didn't go for the submission. He didn't go for it. And that's why when I was just like, Gaethje has this. And then Gaethje proceeds to get up and just batter Ilia's face. Ilia was exhausted going into the third round. The ref basically let Ilia fight. He did him a favor. The doctor literally came in and said Ilia can't fight, and then Ilia begged the ref to let him keep fighting, and the ref lets him keep fighting. Did that change the outcome of the fight? No. Gaethje hit him with that 1-2 that was beautiful, and that was the moment where it ended, really. Ilia had no chance after that. Ilia goes back on the stool, and he quits on the stool. What makes that win for Gaethje so much better is he made the man who said that he was going to put Justin out cold in round 1 within 3 minutes. He quits on the stool going into round 5. It was not how Ilia wanted to go, but Gaethje comes out and wins. He pulled off a rocky story, but what I do have to say is Ilia will not be the same. But this is the point where we see if Ilia is really going to be great. Every great, like Mighty Mouse said, has losses. But if he comes back, this is the point where we see if he's great or not. If he comes back better, he's great. If he comes back worse, he's not. He's just one of those guys that was a moment guy. So that's what it is. Every great has losses, but what differentiates those greats from the ones that are champions, but they are not the great champions. It is the ones that lose the belt and can come back and win the belt better. If Ilia can do that, he has a very high potential of being great. But nothing is gonna say that better than his next fight. We don't know if he's great till his next fight, but I don't think Ilia can afford sitting out much longer. I think we see him in November, to be realistic. I think we see him in November, and Ilia's aura is not there anymore. When I mean aura, not in like a funny, cool way, I say it as like the undefeated. Saying he's undefeated is not there anymore, and that's gonna be hard for him. And because I think he's really a guy who relies on his confidence, and his confidence may not be there anymore. But that's what I have to say about Ilia. But Gaethje, man, he has hard matchups in his next few. He has, let's name the fighters. He's got Charles, he's already lost to. But the fight I want to see is Arman and Gaethje. But he's also lost to Max. He's lost to most of these guys. He's beat most of the guys, or he's fought almost all these lightweight contenders. And Arman's probably one of the only ones that he hasn't. And Arman is the fight I would like to see happen sooner than later. I think Arman sit out too long. I would like to see him fight. And that's really what I have to say about this White House card. The White House card was a great card, and anybody that's saying it wasn't, I don't really know where you're coming from, because that card was one of the greatest cards in the history of UFC ever. That was one of the greatest fight cards in MMA history, period. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on UFC White House, and I am out.